Hello, welcome to this month's Nourished Life webinar. These webinars have been designed to provide you with more information around health, wellbeing and nutrition. Each webinar will focus on a hot topic and include content from subject matter experts around the business. My hope is that they will inspire you to engage in conversation with your colleagues, ask questions and increase your knowledge and understanding. So sit back, grab yourself a drink and enjoy the session. Remember, if you have any questions, please drop us an email.
Hello and welcome to this month's Nourished Life webinar, Women's Health, focusing on females and a healthy diet. In honour of International Women's Day, this month in Nourished Life, we're going to be focusing on female health and how this links to the diet. We will be covering the fascinating female biology, current nutritional guidelines for females in the UK, the importance of a healthy diet, risk factors of female health, nutrition across a female's lifespan, some top tips for eating a healthy balanced diet, and charities and support available for the female community. The phrase men are from Mars and women are from Venus can actually be seen to hold some truth. Women's bodies are amazing, and along with that have many amazing attributes. Females have a stronger immune response to infections than men. This is thought to be due to genetic variations between men and women. The female body reproduces, as a whole hormonal system which enables it to reproduce, carry and birth children. During pregnancy, the uterus grows from the size of an orange to the size of a watermelon, and women's bodies change and adapt dramatically throughout their lifetime. Lastly, on average, females live longer than males. This is due to both biological and environmental factors. Smoking, drinking, diet, risk-taking, and general health maintenance all play a part in life expectancy, along with hormone and chromosome differences. The female body is fascinating. Therefore, it is essential that we consume a healthy diet to maintain its health. The NDNS, the National Diet and Nutrition Survey, is a rolling cross-sectional survey which assesses the diet of the UK population for different ages and sexes. Recent data from 2008-2017 found that female health and diet statistics failed to meet the government recommended guidelines. It was found that women consume an average of 50 grams of free or added sugars a day, which is over double the amount recommended, which is 20 grams. Average fibre intakes for adult females was 17.4 grams, failing to meet the 30 gram a day target for adults in the UK. And both saturated and unsaturated fat intakes exceeded the daily recommended amount, with no reduction in meat intake. 68% of female adults failed to consume their fibre a day, with the average intake being 3.2 portions. Energy intakes fell below the recommended daily intake, implying that although calorie intake is low, nutrient intake is poor. However, it is essential that we consume adequate energy from nutrient-dense foods for optimal health and well-being. It is clear from this data that as a whole, the female diet is poor, and as a nation it needs to be improved. This is essential for health and health risk prevention. A healthy diet is important as a woman, for many reasons. The diet you consume has long-term effects on your health in the future. Making better food choices can lead to a longer life, lowered risk of metabolic diseases and certain cancers. Women have different nutritional requirements than men throughout their lifetime. Women generally carry less muscle than men, meaning they require less energy. However, women also require more energy during different life stages, such as pregnancy and breastfeeding. Due to the reproductive biology of women, they are more likely to suffer with vitamin and mineral deficiencies, leading to conditions such as anemia. And women are the cornerstone of our society, and we wouldn't be here without one today. Therefore, it is essential that health and the diet of our female population is optimal. Research shows that females have been found to be at a greater risk of developing certain health conditions than men. These include heart disease. Heart disease is the #1 cause of death for females in the UK, and there are currently 3.6 million women in the UK living with heart disease. Each year, more than 30,000 women in the UK admit into hospital due to a heart attack. Breast cancer. Around 55,000 women are diagnosed with breast cancer in the UK every year, causing around 11,000 deaths annually. Ovarian and cervical cancer. There are around 4,000 deaths due to ovarian cancer every year in the UK. Pregnancy. Females carry babies, they reproduce and they breastfeed. But along with this comes many risks during pregnancy, birth and postpartum. Osteoporosis. Women are at a greater risk of developing osteoporosis than men due to hormone changes throughout their lifetime. Women generally have smaller and less dense bones than men. And lastly, depression and anxiety. Women are at a greater risk of chronic depression than men. This is thought to be because of major hormonal changes throughout their lifetime, such as pregnancy and the menopause.
The nutritional needs of a woman will change during their lifetime, differing by age and biological events. Adolescence, the ages from around 10 to 19, is a crucial time for development and growth. During this time, many hormonal and biological changes take place, prompting the transition from childhood to womanhood. 50% of the adult body weight and 15 to 25% of final height are gained. This is a time for rapid growth and development, and subsequently, nutrient and mineral requirements are increased. Those such as calcium and vitamin D for bone formulation and iron due to blood loss from the start of menstruation. During the adult years, between 19 and 64, maintaining a healthy balanced diet is essential for optimising health. Females require higher levels of iron than men due to menstruation, with it being estimated that over a quarter of females have inadequate intakes, increasing risk of anemia. It is also estimated that 1 in 10 women have calcium intakes below the recommended daily amount. This increases risk of bone mineral density reduction in later life, along with fracture risk, as well as being essential for muscle and nerve function. Around 60% of the UK female population are classed as overweight or obese. This increases risk of diseases such as diabetes. Therefore, following a balanced diet with controlled portion sizes, plenty of fruit, vegetables and fibre is recommended to prevent this. During pregnancy and lactation, nutritional requirements increase as the female body is not functioning for one, but 2 human beings. Nutrition during this time has an impact on the health of the mother and the baby. During the 2nd and 3rd trimester, energy intakes should increase by approximately 300 calories a day, and folic acid needs to be supplemented before conception and during pregnancy, due to it being essential for fetal development and reduction of neural tube defects. If your diet is not sufficient in vitamins and minerals to support the body during this time, then supplementation of multivitamins is advised. Menopause, defined as the period in a woman's life typically between 45 and 50 when menstruation stops, also has health and nutrition implications. Hormonal shifts take place, causing physiological changes. These include changes in body fat percentage and distribution, decreased energy levels, and sleep disturbances. There is a significant decline in bone mineral density, highlighting the importance of calcium consumption to prevent this. Consuming vitamin D alongside these sources will also increase calcium absorption. During the menopause, there is also an increased risk of cardiovascular diseases. So nutritionally, we should be focusing on foods that protect heart health. This can be done by adopting a Mediterranean-style diet, replacing saturated fat with unsaturated fats, like butter for olive oil, reducing salt and alcohol intake, and consuming higher amounts of fish, nuts, beans, and pulses, along with high-fibre foods such as whole grains. Energy requirements also reduce, and weight gain and cholesterol levels are at risk of increasing. Balanced portion sizes and plenty of fruit and vegetables is essential to prevent obesity and the risk factors associated. Here are some top tips for females to lead a healthy diet. Consume your 5 a day. This boosts vitamin, mineral and fibre intakes, which has a positive impact on health at all female life stages. Easy ways to increase your fruit and veg intake include having a portion with every meal. You should consume 1/3 of your daily food as fruits and vegetables, and trying to eat a variety of different sources. Try to consume 1 portion of oily fish a week. Oily fish is full of omega-3 fatty acids, which are essential for female brain function while also preventing heart disease. However, it is important to note that pregnant and breastfeeding females are advised to limit some types and the amount of fish consumed due to mercury and pollutant levels. Reduce your intakes of added sugars. Excess sugar consumption has been linked to increased diabetes risk and obesity. Reducing sugar intakes can have a positive impact on health and disease prevention at all ages. We can do this by reducing intake of sugar-sweetened drinks, such as fruit juice and fizzy drinks, and choosing unsweetened cereals for breakfast, and naturally sweetened snacks. Boost calcium and vitamin D levels. As we have highlighted, bone mineral density and bone health are important for females at all ages. Therefore, consuming enough calcium and vitamin D is essential. Calcium can be found in dairy foods such as milk and cheese, green leafy vegetables such as kale, and soya drinks with added calcium. Food sources of vitamin D include salmon, red meat, eggs, and fortified foods such as whole grain breakfast cereals. During spring and summer months, our main source of vitamin D is from sunlight, with the NHS recommending a supplementation of 10 micrograms during the autumn and winter months. Focus on consuming enough iron. As females are at a greater risk of anemia and iron deficiency, consuming enough iron through the diet is essential. Iron is high in red meats, beans and pulses, nuts, dried fruit and fortified cereals. And lastly, refer back to the government's Eat Well Guide. The Eat Well Guide is a really useful tool when trying to lead a balanced diet. It makes healthy eating easier to understand, provides examples of foods and which food groups to consume, while also encouraging 5-a-day consumption and can be used for all life stages.
Here are the main takeaways from this webinar. The female biology is very complex and therefore has many nutritional requirements across the lifespan. It is important to be aware of how these requirements change throughout the lifespan for optimal nutrition. Following a healthy lifestyle and consuming nutritious foods can increase longevity and health in later life. Emphasising why nutrition is such an important factor in female health. Consuming adequate vitamins and minerals is key for bone density, as females are at higher risk of osteoporosis and fractures than males. And there are a range of tools and resources to enable you to lead a healthier lifestyle and improve nutritional knowledge. See our Nourished Life website for articles and recipes, or contact one of our expert nutritionists at nutrition@compass-group.co.uk, or download the government's Eat Well Guide. Here are some charities which focus on women's health or nutrition for support and advice. The NHS. Here information can be found on government nutrition guidelines, as well as female health concerns and support services. A Bloody Good Period, a charity which provides reproductive health support, menstrual supplies and fights for female rights. The Wellbeing of Women, a charity which aims to improve the lives of females and empower women's voices. They focus on health across the lifetime, from periods to fertility and the menopause, aiming to improve healthcare and support for all females. You Matter, Compass Group UK and Ireland mental health support campaign, supporting colleagues and those with mental health challenges along with female mental health. Our nutrition inbox is also open at Nourished Life to any nutritional queries to do with female health and wellbeing. Compass Group nutritionists have also created detailed, informative videos on different life stages of a woman, from fertility to the menopause, and these can be found on the Nourished Life website. We hope you feel liberated to act on your female health after this webinar. We've also created content on the Nourished Life website to support International Women's Day. Take a look at our monthly article on female health, as well as our recipe of the month, cherry and cocoa overnight oats. Make sure to try it out and share your photos with us on social media using the hashtag NourishedLife.